Hello guys, and welcome to another Moose. I swear, there's somebody still building Moose on this server, because they keep cropping up. Unless I just keep missing them, but I don't know. I feel like they keep appearing. That said, there's none in the ground. So, maybe not. Welcome back to another episode of the Patreon server. The server for the patrons who may patronate up on the Adlington channel. That sounds a little wrong. But yes, welcome back. So today, we're looking at this kind of entrancey hall kind of thing. So down here is going to be the town of Hogsmeade, essentially, which is going to be built by patrons. I still need to get a supply of materials going, clear out these trees, kind of get a, not really a build guide, but kind of like a design guide. I want them to kind of, the buildings to look similar, not just be like random buildings. Look similar, but be built in their own unique way, material-wise, not structure-wise. I mean, I don't want them to be too large, but you know, a kind of design brief, I guess, of how the buildings should go together. And that'll be down here. That's the Hogsmeade area. And there'll be secret passages leading from there to the castle and vice versa. And then here will be probably some stairs to the entrance hall of the castle here. This will be this, and then there'll be these staircases leading up. Quite a way to the antechamber is this kind of thing might be called, this kind of random room here. Then the Great Hall. I did move the doorway, however. Did I move the doorway? I think I did move the doorway, yes. Yes, I can, sign. I can move the doorway. That's this kind of, there's this little bit here which leads up to this point. This kind of balcony lookout kind of area thing that doesn't really serve much of a purpose. But we'll see what else we might do with that later. So that's what I've been kind of working on in my free time. The 7 Days to Die server cropped up, and that's kind of sucked every ounce of free time in existence. I made a recording schedule that would work and allow me to actually go to bed at a sensible time, and then the 7 Days to Die server cropped up and completely ruined the recording schedule because I have to record that every day. So, boy, I had to rework the recording schedule. I didn't drop any series though, which was good. I was going to manage to kind of get weekends off. I'd have to do editing and whatnot on weekends, but they would be quote unquote off. I wouldn't be doing the recording part, which is the part I more enjoy than the editing. That said, I have been focusing on editing more this year. Not that this video is going to be very edited at all, because it is late. I still have 7 Days to Die to record tonight. Both of these going up tomorrow. Both need to be edited as much as they're gonna be, and rendered and all that good stuff. Anyway, yeah. Stop complaining about stuff. So this is what we've been doing. Over here, I've kind of got a Whomping Willow started. It's a bit of a stump right now. I don't know though. We might make just a tree. It's gonna be hard to make. It's gonna be hard, one, to make a willow, with all the thin, wavy branches that the Whomping Willow has, and two, actually make it whomp. Like it would be impossible to animate it whomping, really, and difficult to do damage in any kind of meaningful way. So yeah, it's kind of. It'll be a Whompless Willow, really, so I might try and do something else with it. Come up with some kind of other plan or idea or strategy or something on the lines of the Whomping Willow, but not quite the Whomping Willow. We'll have to see there. I would like to talk about the Patreon page, though. Patreon.com/Adlington. I have updated some of the goals on there. I'm going to be updating some of the rewards as well over the near future. I've moved a couple of goals around. I think maybe I got rid of one, if I remember correctly. I know I added a couple, though. I added a behind the screens goal, which is kind of like a mix between a vlog, a documentary, and a behind-the-scenes look of what I do for YouTube and just kind of in everyday life. I don't know how well that'll work out, or the full plan for that yet, but you know, I thought it was an interesting kind of goal to reach, and a nice reward for that goal. I also added on another interesting little goal, which was to build a TARDIS. It's something I've always had in the back of my mind, something I've wanted to do for a long time now. But it's going to be expensive as all hell. Like, yeah, I'm looking at 3D printed parts, woodworking parts, metalworking parts, whole bunch of electronics. Not a beefy computer, but some kind of computer to control electronics and do the networking side of stuff, and a couple of monitors. So, you know, the TARDIS has monitors swinging around and stuff like that. So it's going to be an expensive and complicated project. Something I'm very excited to do. To do it under my own steam would be like decades down the line, if ever, because of the nature of the expense, and I would be doing all the kind of the tooling and the design work and the 3D printing and the metalworking and all that kind of stuff by myself. It's something I'm interested in. I don't really have the tools and capabilities of doing it right now, which is kind of why it's set as a goal on there, because all that will go towards getting the tools and getting the materials and whatnot. That might be a very interesting series to do, and it essentially it would be something like it would be a full-scale TARDIS is what I have in mind. Like not a full-scale TARDIS, like a TARDIS console. It would be in the middle of a room. And the room wouldn't necessarily be decorated as a console room. Like, it would just be a room with a TARDIS console. But anyway, it would have a full-scale TARDIS console with, like, buttons all over it, and like, inputs and outputs and whatnot. Little weebles and all kinds of stuff on it, flashing lights and sounds and whatnot. And everything would have a function. Like, everything would do something. Like, there might be, like, a spinning dial which spins faster the more something is mentioned on Twitter, or there would be a little switch array and I could control lights in the house or something like that. Like, everything would do something on the TARDIS console, which is I'm really excited for that. Again, it's something I've been planning for a long time and have been trying to save up for, but it's very expensive. 3D printers and the tools really is the most expensive part. 3D printers and other such tools, like woodworking tools, lathes especially. I have looked into like getting a vise and a drill and using that as a makeshift lathe, but you know, I'd rather keep my fingers. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. But that's kind of some of the major goals I've added. I think I tweaked a couple of other ones. Not entirely sure. But yeah, if you have a moment, you can go check that out. And you can get one of the rewards that are on there. Again, I'm going to be tweaking the rewards in the near future as well. I'm not going to be like raising the price of anything, just going to be kind of adding a few more in and stuff like that. I want to do kind of postcards and physical memorabilia, which is I had plans for that as soon as I started the Patreon page, but then that all kind of fell through quite a bit. That was a bit disheartening, and then, you know, there's a whole kind of burnt out and moving and all other life fun stuff happening that kind of got in the way of everything. But yeah, over 2016 here, I do plan on getting that all straightened out. And one of the particular rewards that you can get on the Patreon page is joining the Patreon server here and seeing the castle be built and being sorted into one of its houses and going to lessons and stuff. Either height. I guess you're meant to be a little lower, actually. Okay. That's better. Yeah, that's what's throwing me off. Okay, so we've got some stuff done here. Apologies if you hear any background noise. The cat is currently running around crazy and attacking everything in sight. Doesn't have to move, she just attacks it like just weird. Anyway, got some stuff done, got some kind of flooring down. Not sure how I feel about this big block of sandstone here. Maybe a statue could break it up nicely on the other side. Don't know. I'm not too fond of that, but I kind of like the polished granite. I'm not sure about the cracked granite. Let me know what you think about that. Might change it for something else. These two doorways here. Let's try doing these as andesite still. There's a lot of andesite going on. Yeah, these two doorways are going to lead to elsewhere. This one will probably lead to a dungeon area. This one will lead somewhere. Not entirely sure where yet. Probably another dungeon-y kind of area. We do need the kitchens underneath the that though, so it might lead to there, maybe. Who knows? And then we have some little doorways on the sides of these staircases here. This one has a window as well, which looks kind of cool. Just a little doorway leading out into the world here. Let's grab some cobblestone, some gravel. We can kind of dig up this path a little bit here and make it continue down to where it's meant to be here. Something along the lines of we'll do cobble in there, andesite, there we go. And another piece of gravel, something like that. Another piece of gravel, there we go. And we should still have the player trails as well, so as we kind of walk over this path, the dirt will get worn down as well, which will look kind of cool. Okay. On the other side, just have a little doorway. This one's going to lead out to this area. So it kind of goes over a bridge over this little gap, which we may do something with, or just may leave it, not sure. This just goes to that bridge we built way back at the beginning. The kind of one that kind of runs, or the little walkway, I guess, which runs around the edge of the mountain here. Gets a little tight there. Might need to open that up a little. It just kind of comes around to this point, and we'll pop a piece of andesite there. Yay! That's kind of what we got going on so far, or at least right now. The brothel, I remember that. Alright. Nice. Okay, guys, I think we're going to have to end the episode here, unfortunately. Let me know what you think about this kind of area, what we can do to improve it. Let me know what else you want to see in the castle. And if you could get onto the Patreon server, and indeed you can if you head to the patreon.com/Adlington, what would you build in Hogwarts? What kind of shop or house or quirk would your building have in Hogwarts here, or in Hogsmeade, whatever this place is? I'm too damn tired. I have to go to bed. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I would like to thank Pickle Hosting for hosting the Patreon server. If you would like to join the Patreon server, you can do so at patreon.com/Adlington. That's ADLINGTONT, like the channel name somewhere, wherever YouTube has decided to put it now. Who knows? It could be like 6 miles down the road for all YouTube does. Anyway, I shall see you all in the next episode.